What's up, everybody? This is Jared. I'm going to upload this video to my Laser Beam of Truth channel, which I haven't used in years. The original intention of my Laser Beam of Truth channel was to help people become aware of truthful facts about things that were going on in the world. I started uploading videos to this channel, I think, in 2011. It's been a while. I think I uploaded one video last year, and it's really just a channel that I kind of got away from as my focus became distracted, kind of got interested in, pulled my interest away, as frankly I felt the threat of what was going on in the world back in 2011 had kind of subsided, and that began in 2016 when Donald Trump was elected to president. I live in the rural middle of nowhere in Michigan, not going to say exactly where, but part of that is because a lot of my family lives here, but part of that is also because for a very long time I have known about the New World Order and the plan that the elites have had to take over the entire world and subjugate the entire world to a communist society, a totalitarian technocratic state where we are all hooked up with microchips, and our locations are continually tracked, our behaviors are continually monitored, and our freedoms are continually stripped away until we are truly more subjects than citizens of a free nation. And we are here today in a position that I kind of didn't think I saw even coming a year ago. Matter of fact, I would never have guessed that this is where we would be right now. But here we are. Spent the last 4 years after Donald Trump was elected, knowing that he had probably beaten maybe a rigged election back then. I kind of had a hunch, but I knew that he had pretty big draw, pretty big pull. And I knew that you can't get into the White House without pull from both sides of the aisle. It just doesn't happen. You have to have independent support people like me, moderates, that people don't necessarily vote one way or the other. I've cast votes for Republicans, Democrats, Green parties, Libertarians. I cast votes for good people that I think are honest people and make good policies, and trying not to focus on what their labels are. Over the last 4 years, though, it became very apparent to me that there was a massive disconnect between reality and what people perceive and what the news media broadcasts to us. And we continually see this trend where anything and everything that Donald Trump does, says, or implies, it is spun in the worst possible way imaginable. And as a result, I was even convinced in a couple of times that I was mad at Donald Trump over the last 4 years, and convinced too, in some cases, that maybe he wasn't what I thought he was in the first place, which is somebody who is not part of the cabal, somebody who is not playing the game of the elitists, somebody who is not going to allow them to turn this nation into a communist, totalitarian, technocratic state. But the laws from the past 4 presidents in a row, especially executive orders that have been stacked on top of the books one year after another, are there. And if Biden is allowed to sit in that White House, he will start decreeing executive orders like a king on a throne, and we will start losing liberties faster than we ever thought we could possibly lose them. I can assure you of that. And that's why the media, who is complicit and participating in this scheme to overthrow the United States of America for the communist nation of China, along with the help of Joe Biden and others in the Democratic Party, as well as the Republican Party. I think I've made it very clear that we are not dealing with just one element, one political party. They predominantly tend to wear D's on their sleeves, so to speak, but that is not to say that all Democrats are in on this, and it's definitely not to say that all Republicans are not. And that's the reality that we face ourselves with today. What I'm really uploading this video for, and more importantly than anything else, is I would like to beg each and every one of you to search your hearts about your fellow Americans and ask yourselves if you really want to go to war with each other, because that's what these people want. They want us to go to war. They want to start what the United States has done in many nations all across the world, create what they call a color revolution, which is basically They create a revolt that they massage into reality through stoking the right flames, which we now have just fever pitch from the social justice warriors on the left to right a lot of social justices. And I understand where that comes from. I spent the last 4 years loving almost every weekend of my time dancing with techno house music friends of all different race, creeds, colors in underground spaces, not in bars or clubs. So I have had a lot of friends that have different views than I do, and I sought those people out on purpose because I understood that there was going to be a point in time in the future where it became monumentally important that we understand each other as human beings and as citizens of the United States of America, and that we respect each other as such for both of those reasons. And now here we are, though, being lied to on a scale like I have never seen before or even thought imaginable by our people in the media who are doing the biggest disservice to America that I think I can ever imagine that the media could possibly do. You are dividing this country. You are ripping this nation apart. You are creating the most unhumane circumstances for a vast population of this country by your absolute neglect in reporting the truth and what's happening right now. There was massive fraud in the past election, and the people that committed this, I think, did so knowingly. And the real main point to this video is that I believe we are about to be attacked by China. And I want every person that sees this to share it, to watch it, to take this message to heart, to pray, to get yourself right with whoever you pray to, but more importantly, to get yourself right with your neighbor. No matter who they voted for, we need to stand together because this nation is being ripped apart. And if it's not ripped apart, China's going to invade us outright to try and tear us apart themselves. Probably with the help of Russia. I really hope not. But I think this is what this is all leading to. I think that the media's position and play in this, I think the Democrats play in absolutely stuffing a pile of fraudulent votes into the ballot boxes was their play to buy enough time because they don't plan to wait until Inauguration Day. They plan to take ownership of this country sometime probably on or around the 21st of December because these people are satanic, evil people. They follow the calendar of astrology very closely. They follow and mark those dates, and they believe that the age of Aquarius is theirs to rule. And we, as free people of the United States of America, as free people of Canada, as free people of the UK, Australia, wherever you are, you have to stand with your brothers and sisters in your nations to do the same. Because freedom is not dead. Freedom has just begun in this world, and we cannot allow this flame to die. We cannot give it to China to be extinguished. We cannot roll over and allow criminal people within the Democratic and Republican parties and the media to turn this nation against itself so that we rip ourselves apart and invite those same people to come in and subjugate us. Because that's really our two options. If we choose to fight each other, they'll send in the Chinese to quell the situation. If we choose not to, they will probably attack. And I would much rather see us a unified nation prepared for such a thing than divided by a media that has been hell-bent on doing exactly that for the last 4 years since Donald Trump became president. That's my plea for every American right now. Understand that we are not at war with each other. We can fix our social justice problems together, but we cannot fix them under the boot of a military force that is going to come in and upend everything that is American if we don't stand together right now. It's Laser Beam of Truth checking out. My name is Jared. I hope you have a wonderful day. God bless. See ya.